What's up, everybody? My name's Chance. Today we're actually not going to be doing a draft pick because I got to looking at the timer and we got a day until it switches over to Ravnica, and I actually prefer draft with Guild to Ravnica, so ooh. Jesus. So I figured I would wait till tomorrow to do that. Anyways, today we're going to be playing a modified Wrath of Mages deck. Say modified because it's basically just Izzet, and I haven't changed the name of it yet. There's the Wrath of Mages. Have changed quite a bit, taken out quite a bit, but I have kept a lot of the core elements. Added in few of my own touches that I really enjoy, and I'll go through and tell you, of course, how I would modify this deck even further if I had the wild cards to do so. And I'll leave the deck list down below, as I think I'm going to do that from now on. Whenever I tell you guys, like, this is how I would create the deck if I had the wild cards, I'll leave that deck list down below so you guys can actually see what a finished product would look like. Anyways, getting right into it. We got Gintu, Shock, Electrostatic, which I would definitely increase the amount of electrostatic fields we have. I really like this card. It's really strong considering it can't just get shocked or lightning struck out. So it's really strong, and even though it deals one less damage than Gutter Snipe is really easy to deal with for the opponent. So Electrostatic has a little bit more stickability, cost one less. I really think it's worth it. So in a final deck, I'd probably go up to 4 copies with this, and please excuse my dogs just chilling in the background. Vashino, Pyromancer, of course, great card for burn. Fireman's Research is okay, honestly. In a final build of this deck, I probably wouldn't have it. I would probably take some version of Thousand Year Storm and get rid of Aven Windmage as well. Goblin Electromancer is okay, to say the least. It is better than the Voldalian, what is it, Arcanist, I think? Yeah, Voldalian Arcanist. As this mana, like, you have to tap him in order to use the mana for your spells. So definitely prefer Goblin Electromancer over the Arcanist. But yeah, pretty standard deck. Another thing I would change is definitely add in more Wizard's Lightning and take out some Enigma Drakes probably. It's a pretty good card, but excuse me. But honestly, like, you don't need it to build as fast as what it can, and the power of Arclight Phoenix and Rekindling Phoenix is much stronger than Enigma Drake, so I'd probably sub that out once I could get in more spells that I actually wanted to cast and less of these monsters that are just sort of filling space. Nonetheless, we'll hop right into the game. Oh, let me show you the quick curve of the deck. So 3 blue, 26 red, 24 land. Standard amount of land for a deck, and we'll hop right in. Although I should really start changing the pictures on my decks, as I'm now realizing that it makes it really difficult to sort them all out. I should probably turn down my computer as well. I feel like I'm yelling because the computer's so loud. There we go. So yeah, we'll do the draft video tomorrow, and I actually probably will stream that. Like I was saying, we're gonna mulligan. This isn't a very good hand to start with. That's a little bit better. Like, opening with a Ral just isn't my cup of tea, and all those spells. Sure, we could have played defensively for the first 2 or 3 turns, but I actually like getting creatures out, especially ones like Phoenix. But who knows? Maybe we should have kept it. It's just the 2 land and the high mana cost cards I don't enjoy, so Lightning Strike's fine. It doesn't really matter what we play here. And of course we'll wait on our lightning strike, as it'll get much more powerful when we have our gutter snipe out, if it can survive, which I'm assuming it can in the deck we seem to be facing off against. So long as we don't attack, we'll go ahead and play gutter snipe. Alright, and we will be able to get Firemon's research down before... Ooh, play lightning strike. And I'm not too worried about his guardian, as our Phoenix can deal with it pretty easily. Of course, we're not going to attack with gutter snipe. The white decks actually have a lot of... Yeah, we won't block. Actually have a lot of counter to tapped creatures, so as long as we don't tap, he really needs a luminous bonds in order to take us out. That's fine as well, as our Rekindling Finks can actually block him too. So we'll just skip our turn there. I don't know if he'll attack with his War Leader, but he shouldn't, given that I can just kill him and come back with my Phoenix. Okay. Well, scratch that. He's definitely going to attack with his War Leader now. This is honestly a scary position for us to be in. That might be game. Unfortunately, he just sort of rushed us out. Maybe we should have kept the other hand. Who knows, what is that, 8-10? Yeah. Good game. We won't even bother blocking because it still would have dealt enough damage. Wow, just rushed us out on turn 5. Finish us off with a mono white deck. I have seen a lot of mono white aggro decks popping up actually, which is funny because I made that video yesterday, and then like I'll usually make my videos and then I'll go watch more videos so as to, like, you know, learn more, see what I could have done differently, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I made that video and then I went and looked, and there was actually a lot of mono whites popping up, and I hadn't even thought about, I guess, the strength of, like, the convoke creatures in mono white. It's actually really strong. Leonin War Leader, really good card. As long as he can attack, that card is really good. 2 free lifelink creatures, and you only, like, you don't really pay anything for them either. Kind of a barren hand, honestly. An Enigma Drake's really useless as long as we only have a lightning strike. So go ahead and play the Highland Lake. Do our greetings to our opponent. Kicking shit over. Save lightning strike just in case he decides to play anything, and we are going up against Golgari deck. Yeah, see, how scary is a 0/4 flying on turn 3? Not very scary. Elvish Rejuvenator. Wow. I'm almost tempted just to lightning strike him so we can have a playable move. Yeah. We have eight lands. That's fucking crazy. Definitely should have mulliganed, but seems like these past 2 games our lands have just been, well, last game our lands were not bad, we just got rushed out. This game though, fucking crazy. I don't know why I keep playing islands, but obviously it doesn't matter too much. I doubt he'll attack with his Rejuvenators this turn. He'll lose one and only get 1 damage through. Although for a Golgari deck who has 7 mana, he certainly must have some pretty shit cards too, or he's just really waiting for the right moment. 5. I'm gonna wait with Banefire, just because it's a simple fact, and he can use both of his rejuvenators if he wants to kill my... I'll wait. I'll just attack with Enigma Drake. It'll be a slow game, but the wise man wins, so... And we're keeping Banefire because obviously every turn that we play another land, it gets a little bit stronger in its potential, and he's really only playing more land cards, which makes me think that he's either got a really, really strong X-Mark card, or... honestly don't know. Is that 6 damage to him? He's down to 8. Down to 6. Down to 4. Down to 2. Down to 1. Huh. We won't be able to win. No. If he can't stop our Enigma Drake in 2 turns when we play our mountain, we will win. Or we could just do that. Yeah, that works too. So, obviously he didn't draw really any good cards. We didn't either. We drew mostly land, so I guess he can't complain too much, but wow, did he really... Okay. And again, we'll save Banefire. But yeah, what I was going to say with the strength of Banefire that we're getting up with Enigma Drake, we were, no. I don't know what he's, like, what he was planning on doing there, but I'm fine with not blocking. 4, 5. Okay. So fair enough. I guess all those lands we were complaining about came through in the end. That's why Fight with Fire is actually a really good card for these sort of Izzet rush decks. It's a 3 mana to deal 5 damage to a target creature. Already great value. But if you kick it, you can deal 10 damage to any number of targets distributed any amount of ways. So yeah, just think about the possibilities of that. Just 10 damage straight to their face, 1 really strong. Because if you play 2 of them, that's game. 10 damage distributed is a lot of bigger creatures, a lot of important creatures gone, wiped. Hell, even if they're playing tokens, you can wipe, you know, 10 to 5 depending on if they've got them buffed yet or not. Because most token decks do, you know, implement some sort of +1/+1 counters or just simple buffing by abilities. Yeah. Actually, in our right hand, our Aven Wind Mage does allow for Wizard Lightning to only cost 1 mana, which is really, really good. Enigma Drake will be alright with the 2 spells that we have, and 3 mana allows us to cast our creatures, so we'll do that. Yeah. We'll play Highland Lake first turn, of course. Also, never smoke. Please excuse my smoking. It is a terrible habit. We'll go ahead and play this combat end. We don't want to lightning strike anything. If able to, we want to wait until we get our Aven Wind Mage out. He's playing an Izzet deck as well. Ral could be pretty good this game if we can get 1 more land. But he also is playing an Izzet, so I don't expect our Wind Mage to make it very long. Okay. I was hesitant on it, but obviously he doesn't have any counters or instants in his hand right now. Otherwise, you know, he'd be pausing for each encounterment that I did. Which is unfortunate for him that the game plays that way, but it's very fortunate for me. I can double lightning strike the Phoenix. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. It'll give us lethal next turn. No. Give us lethal in 2 turns. That's fine, bring it back. It's not the best trade ever, but definitely want to get Phoenix out of here, so. And I am trying to rush him down a little bit. I know he has some sorcery cards to, or some instant cards to deal with our creatures, so the ability to get him as low as possible before he's able to deal with them is definitely ideal. I feel like I just said deal like 30,000 times. That's actually fine because we have flying, so yeah. We can risk factor, and he can't really take the 4 damage or it's game. Playing Rao would have been a fine move as well, but the chances that we draw a spell that allow us to kill him this turn is very likely, so yeah, there it is. And that's going to be game. So, game 1, game 2, very quick as you guys can see. Strength of this deck really is in rushing them out, but the mid-range of it is pretty strong as well. You really don't have too strong of a long game potential. Lifelink is a bit hairy if they can get it out before you can really get out your spells and get your mana out to deal with said lifelink and really the lifelink creatures. Another thing that I've actually seen a problem with is a Johnny's Welcome is a really good counter just in general. This deck actually doesn't have anything to destroy or target enchantments, so it's really at fault there. But as all decks, it does have its pros and cons. It's a really greedy start because we can't get any blue creatures or blue spells out, but it does have a lot of potential, so you guys know I love to keep a hand that has a lot of potential. I love the games where you can just ball out of control and do exactly with your deck what you're supposed to. Obviously not turning up so Millhouse right now, but I guess that can always happen. Of course we'll play a game 4 because I'm not going to count that game 3. Also, we did drop in rank pretty heftily today. I was trying to mess around and Lurking Chupacabra. Anyways, I was messing around trying to build a human tribal and a dinosaur tribal. I made a Rakdos burn deck, which actually works alright, but figured for today I'll just play my modified Wrath of Mages. Maybe I'll change the deck name. Maybe something like Phoenix's Fury, something like that. I only have like 3 Phoenixes in the deck, but you know. I've also thought about making a wizard tribal deck. And we're back. Yeah. Let's keep it. It's got a decent mana spread. Allows us to cast our blue spells. He's probably going to discard our Phoenix, honestly. No, just attack. Okay, well that's actually really good. I probably will lightning strike the imp just to protect our hand. Last thing I want is to go up against the discard deck and for him to get the underhand or upper hand, underhand. So yeah, we'll go ahead and lightning strike the imp out of the air. I don't want him taking anything out of my hand, especially with the Ral in hand and the mana to play Ral. If we can survive, because it looks like he's playing a Rakdos burn deck. And now he probably knows we have something worth hiding, so next turn he probably will sacrifice his Pilfering Imp, if not this turn. Oh no, he probably can't do it this turn, yeah. So yeah, he can still sacrifice one. Not going to though. I don't know if that was the right move. But we got our Phoenix out. He only has 2 cards in hand. So he could take our Ral next turn, which is a really scary thought. And I hope he doesn't. Probably will though, looking at his hand and his board. No? Wow. I don't know why he wouldn't sacrifice one of his Pilfering Imps.
Beating you. I want to peek. The weight is killing me.
Wait, what is this? I want that in my hand. Okay. They should really specify which one you're picking for with that whole thing. Of course, we'll go ahead and attack with both of them. That'll even the playing fields with life. And I do have a shock I can deal with one of the Pilfering Imps, or I can risk factor next turn. But even if he sends risk factor to the graveyard, I can still use it, so I might just shock and kill one of his Pilfering Imps. That'll also give our Lava Runner a +1 bonus to its power. He can attack our Ral with both of his Imps, but I don't think that's necessarily... Okay. Fair play. He's gonna go straight for us. Definitely want to get Electrostatic filled down before we go playing anything else. And we actually can risk factor and shock, but let's go ahead and draw cards and see.
Hope we get something good.
Yeah, we'll take a Pyromancer. Thinking we just shock one of his imps, yeah. Now we can risk factor. He may not take it, but 9 health is really risky for him against our deck, so. And we still have a mountain in hand if we want to play risk factor next turn as well. And he actually took it, which is really scary. It means all we really need to do is play a Pyromancer and a Lightning Strike and we have him. And he can't really sacrifice Pilfering Imp either because it leaves our Rekindling to attack. Okay, that's fine. We'll discard the mountain. We can still play the risk factor and sacrifice the Pyromancer. Still can't deal with our Phoenix, so that's fine. And we'll lose 2 health from his Fel Spectre, but that's alright. Obviously, he can't take the damage, so we will draw 3 cards. Wow. Not what I wanted at all. Let's see what we can get from Ral.
Decisions.
Yeah, we'll take an Enigma Drake. We can attack with our Phoenix. I doubt... Well, he has to block it. I doubt this can go on for too much longer, right? Like, maybe next turn we got him. So it's looking like we're gonna 3-0 with our modified Izzet deck. Now I really do like this deck.
You're just fuel.
Yeah, that's still not gonna help you, man. Well, he could take Enigma Drake and it gets sacrificed, but Rekindling Phoenix is gonna come back to me.
Your crew for my freedom. A fair price.
Go ahead and draw a card.
Let's see what we got.
And that's actually game, so GG. Alrighty. Oh, excuse me. So, we went 3-0, technically 4-0, but not counting that third game where the opponent gave up and probably could have won out, honestly. But you can see the strength of the deck is really good at Rush, and the mid game isn't bad with Ral and the Phoenixes. Phoenixes, I think that's plural. Nonetheless, things I would change about the deck: definitely increase the electrostatic field amount. Might take out Aven Windmage. Honestly, it works pretty well with the deck, so I might leave it in and just take out the Gutter Snipes. You could probably sacrifice some Enigma Drakes for Phoenixes / Wizard Lightning. But yeah, pretty cheap rush / mid-range Izzet deck. I think the name that will go with it is Rouse Phoenixes. That sounds awesome, yeah. How you spell Phoenixes? Phoenixes? Rouse Phoenix. Whatever. It'll just be one. He just only has one. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like down below. For any comments, questions, concerns, leave it in the comment section. If you want to see more, just subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow.